welcome or welcome back. This is Emily Barbara with Barbara Steven Vids. See if I can remember my own channel name. I mean, you just never know with me, do ya? Okay, so welcome to August TBR. So for August, I'm gonna do my normal thing where I'm gonna pick one book, either from a German author or a book set in Germany, because like I've said a million times, we're going to Germany later this year. So I've been reading at least one book a month that has something to do with Germany. So we're gonna pick one of those out of this TBR jar. And then after that, we're gonna pick several books from my summer TBR jar. There are still quite a few prompts left in my little tiny jar here. We're gonna pick quite a few, if not all of my summer books. I was thinking maybe only leaving one left that I'll read like first thing in September, since technically summer is in September, right? For like the first part of September. So I figured we would only leave like one book for summer TBR for September. After that, I'm gonna be talking a little bit about the Indie Author Alley, which is a reading challenge that I'm participating in for August. So I need to collect a token, and if you guys are doing this too, you'll wanna collect a token from each of these categories. And my husband and I are the sci-fi category, but there's 6 categories on here. And then you want to take these tokens as you earn them and put them in your bag. And at the end of the month, you should have a full bag full of these tokens. So I think I'm literally going to cut these out and literally tape or glue them into this little bag here as I go, just to, just for a fun visual. So, okay, so I do have all the prompts. I did go watch all the videos for all the people who are participating. So each one of these is a channel and we're all participating. So you'll want to go watch all of these videos to find out what the prompts are. So if you want to participate, because it's going to be so fun. So I did watch them all. I have a good idea of what I need to do. But then since this is an indie author reading challenge, we need to find books that are indie from indie authors. I do have a pile of books. You probably can't see me, they're behind my back, that are indie author books that I already own. And then I have a couple audiobooks from Audible that are indie author written and indie published. So that being said, what I'm gonna do is from the books that I pick out of these TBRs and my blind TBR, I'm gonna see if any of them can fit into the categories that I have here on this sheet, any of the prompts. So I know, sounds complicated, but I promise it's really not gonna be that hard. Plus, I'll be doing all the work and just kind of explaining, updating as I go. So first of all, I wanna say I am doing a buddy read in the month of August, and that book is The Library of Lost Doll Houses. And this is with Danielle over at Bookburger. So I will put her channel link in the description. I've been having a hard time putting channel links in the comments. I don't understand why, but YouTube doesn't want me to do that. So I don't know. They get deleted when I try it. So I'll put it in the description for sure. But this book is by Elise Hooper, and I think it's a mystery, The Library of Lost Dollhouses, yeah. And I did look up the publisher on here, and it's William Morrow, and I was like, never heard of him. Well, excuse me, he is a huge publisher, I think with HarperCollins. So this is not indie published, which is fine. I'm just gonna read it anyway, because I can't wait to do this buddy read with Danielle. Okay, so that is the definitely one that's going on my TBR. I'm gonna set that over here Let's put it here so you can kind of see the spine, kind of, sort of. Okay. All right, now let's go ahead and pick one of the Germany picks. So let me shuffle. And remember, these are either written by German authors or the stories are set in Germany or both. Because in December, we're gonna be going to Germany. Sorry, I keep trying to remember to hold this up. Okay, so I picked a prompt. I'm just gonna do one book from my Germany stack and let's see what it is. The Berlin Apartment. Okay, great. I believe this book has to do with the Berlin Wall. And I've been really wanting to learn more about the Berlin Wall and like, what was all that about, you know? So, The Berlin Apartment by Bryn Turnbull. And this was published by Mira. I think they're a pretty big publisher, but I'll pause and go look that up and double check, and it'll seem like no time went by to you, but I'll figure that out at the end of this video. When we start looking at this game board, I'll pause and see if any of these happen to be indie published, but I don't think this is. Okay, so it says for fans of Kate Quinn and Kristen Hanna, sweeping love story follows a young couple whose lives are irrevocably changed when they separate overnight by the construction of the Berlin Wall. Okay, so it's a love story. I thought it was historical fiction when I bought this on, I think, eBay or Mercari, one of the two, but it's fine. I think it's like a historical fiction romance and it takes place during 1961. I'm not gonna read any more of the back because I don't like to take too long reading the backs of books because I don't know, it just takes me too long because I do too much yapping in between. So, okay, so this looks good. This one's about 340 pages and it looks really good. So, oh, the sun is changing lighting on me. Okay, hopefully that's better. It just dawned on me that like I didn't have any lights turned on. I'm just relying on the sun. Okay, so again, I will look up Mira, but I'm pretty sure M-I-R-A, that's one of the huge book publishers or part of one of them, because as it turns out, a lot of these big publishers like Penguin and HarperCollins, they own a bunch of tiny publishers now. So it's really hard to know just by looking at the publisher nowadays if you don't like really know your publisher companies. Okay, so I'm gonna put these, oh man, they're heavy, back. I need to start working out, lifting weights. Ooh, I could do a workout routine lifting books. Wouldn't that be fun? I say we do it. Okay, I'm setting my water here because I'm thirsty. Okay, so now this whole stack right here, these are my blind summer TBR. By the way, this is fall blind TBR, and then Christmas blind TBR is right here. We'll get to those. It feels like it's taking about a century, but we'll eventually get to those. Right now, like I said, I think I'm gonna open all but one of my summer TBR books, and then September, I'll open one of these plus a bunch of these in September. So why not? Okay, let's pick one. So we're gonna be opening 4 books, unwrapping 4 of these books. This is gonna be exciting. Book number 5. All right, book number, oh, this is the last one I wrapped. And honestly, I don't remember what this is. Throw it. Throw the trash on the ground. Okay. Now I remember. This is The Crystal Desert, Summers in Antarctica by David G. Campbell. And this is by Mariner Books. So I'll be looking that up. I suspect it's not indie published, but let's go ahead and just see what this is about. It's the story of life's tenacity on the coldest of Earth's continents. It tells of the explorers who discovered Antarctica and the whalers and sealers who despoiled it, and of the scientists who are deciphering its mysteries. Okay, cool. Love it. Oh my gosh. So something you may not know about me is I'm obsessed with Antarctica, and I've always wanted to go to Antarctica, but one, I'm too scared to fly there, and I don't even know if you can. I don't think you can as a just like non-scientist. I don't think you can fly there. Correct me if I'm wrong. And two, you can take a cruise to Antarctica, but they're like $20,000, I think, slightly out of my budget. Just, oh my goodness, per person. Maybe you can find better deals. I don't know, but they're dangerous cruises to go on. And I'm like, I don't know. So, but yeah, it's like my major bucket list. I feel like I'm just going to go to Argentina one day and just go to the very bottom of that peninsula and be like, hi, Antarctica must be there somewhere. Good enough for me. So if you're a big baby like me that wants to go to Antarctica, but you're too scared, share that with me in the comments. I want to know. Share me in the comments? What? Can't take me anywhere. Okay, book number 4. We're going in reverse order. We did 5, now we're doing 4. And the beauty of the blind TBR is I don't remember what's in here. It's so fun. It's like opening a gift from a friend or something. But the friend is me. Okay. Oh, I can tell just by this little, I'm so excited. Okay. This is fantasy. So it's Isabella Nag and the Pot of Basil by Oliver Darkshire. The publisher's Norton, which I think is also a big publisher, but it's fine. I'll look it up later. Okay, this says, you should not eat the goblin fruit, and yet it tempted, always perfectly ripe. It tantalized the senses. You must not eat the goblin fruit, but people did and were lost. All I know about this is that it's supposed to be really weird, a really weird standalone fantasy. And it's not very long. Look, it looks short. Let me see. Oh, okay, what's going on here? What is going on? We've got 247 pages, okay? Under 300 pages for a fantasy novel? What? And that has it has little drawings. Like there's a mandrake, kind of scattered throughout the book. That's fun. Okay, a hilarious and surprisingly moving cozy fantasy novel from the best-selling author of Once Upon a Tome. So this must not be a debut, but that's fine. Okay, cool. So this is going on my August TBR. Okay. What? Okay, can I grab one? 3. Are we literally going in order? 5, 4, and now 3? This is kind of weird. How am I, is it some kind of magic that's wearing off on me from these magical books? How is this even happening? Okay, I have no idea what this is, which I didn't know what the other ones were either, so. Oh, okay, I picked up this at a garage sale not knowing what it was, and I still don't know really what it is. Shadow Song by Terry Kay, published by Pocket Books. It's another one I'll need to look up. Says it's laugh out loud funny. Oh, it's got the dreaded decal edges. What are we gonna do? Oh, I don't know how I'll get through it. I honestly don't really like deckled edges, but it's fine. 385 pages. So this does take place in the summer. Makes sense why it's on my summer TBR. It was a wonderful summer, a great memory, the kind of love everybody ought to have. It changed my life, or almost did, and I think about it more than I should, but that was a long time ago. Okay, so there's a voice no one else can hear in the mountains. It sounds like there's two different men in love with this one woman named Amy. Okay, so we're gonna go back to 1955, where there's at least one, maybe two men that are in love with a woman named Amy. Okay, sure, in the summer. So, okay, cool. That's on the summer TBR, or on the August TBR. So I'm gonna pick my last book. It's gonna be one or two, since it's gotta be two, right? Since, oops, we've been going in order, 5, 4, 3, 2. Let's see. Nope. We're going with one. Okay, so we're gonna leave book 2 out. We're gonna open this up in the fall. So it's gonna go with this fall TBR basically, because it's gonna be opened up in September. Okay, fine. All right, so let's open up book number 2. Number 1. Yes, number 1. We're opening number 1. Okay. The Condition by Jennifer Haig. Is that her name? Jennifer Haig? This is the large print edition. I'm pretty sure this one was mass produced by HarperCollins. Yep. Okay. Where does it tell us what the book's about? Oh, it has a bookmark already in it. I think I also got this one at a garage sale. Never well matched, Paulette and Frank McCotch were headed for divorce way before their daughter's condition was diagnosed. But the stress of leaving 12-year-old Gwen would never mature physically hastens the end. Years later, the fallout from their split is evident in their relationships or lack thereof with their children. Billy, the eldest, is a cardiologist who shares nothing about his life with Scott. Not until Gwen, now a woman trapped in a child's body, falls in love, do the McCotches finally come to terms with who they are and what a family is meant to be. Okay, so I think this is like a drama, family healing, that kind of a thing. Cool. So, oh, and I think it's set in the summer. It at least has a girl swimming in a lake, maybe trying to get in or out of a lake. So, okay, sure. So those are the books that I have so far. Now I'm briefly going to just show you what I have as options for my indie authors. So let's get those out. Oh my goodness. Okay. So I do have 2 audiobooks also. And I think what I'm gonna do is I will eventually pause this video, figure out my life, and then come back, which will be a millisecond for you. But I just wanted to quickly just show you what I have here. The first book, and I have sticky notes on all of these with my notes that you don't need to see yet. So this is Antigona Gonzalez is the name of the book, by Sarah Uribe. This is translated from Spanish to English, and I clearly got this at Goodwill because the sticker's on there and I haven't been able to get it off, and I'm too lazy to remedy that right now. So this has both Greek mythology and I think Mexican culture in this book, and I think it might be a book of poetry, which I did not realize. but it's kind of fun because it shows, like, each page will have Spanish and then English, so you can see both languages. I think that's cool. So that's gonna be an option. Oh, and this is indie published by Les Figues Press. I looked that up ahead of time, and yes, it's an indie or a very small publishing company. Then there's Escaping Neverland by Melissa Lemon. And this one is Sweetwater Books, which is another very small publisher. And this is all a Peter Pan retelling. Ugh, I love fairy tale retellings. The nostalgia just gets to me every time. So this is a contender with the indie authors. Okay, Being Emily. This one is by Rachel Gold and publishers Bella Books, which is a very small company. This one is about a trans girl that is trying to, it's like a coming of age story featuring a transgendered person. So I thought that would be really a good one. And then the last one is That Night in the Library by Ava Dworczyk. This is a Polish author who now lives in Canada. I was doing some research, and this, what is this? Please pause. Oh, it's Poison Pen Press. So they are a small company who in recent years has become a mid-sized publisher. So I don't know if this one 100% counts, but they started out really small, so I feel like it should count. What do you guys think? Okay, so this one is a mystery. Okay, so I'm going to get out all of my prompts for our game board. I'm going to figure all the prompts out, see if any of them match any of these books. If not, then I'll go to these books. I also have to look up the publishers on these. So no matter what, I'm gonna keep these on my August TBR, but I may end up adding these books in to August. We're gonna see. So I'm gonna pause the video and be back instantaneously for you. Okay, I'm back, and if I look a little tired, it's because I am. Okay, so here we go. I'm gonna end up reading, I think, 8 books in August, which is doable because I'm not going on any vacations. Nothing crazy is happening. So I might be able to get through this. Okay, no, in all seriousness, we're gonna be good. Okay. So, I'm not going to include either of these 2 books. Being Emily, which is this book, and then The Night in the Library. I just kind of found that I didn't need them for this. They'll be on the next one, okay? But I didn't want to read 10 books in 1 month, knowing that things come up. So I just didn't want to overcompensate? Is that what I'm trying to, I don't know. So I've written down all the prompts in here, and I'm not gonna share this because you need to go watch all the videos and find out all the prompts. That's part of the fun, is watching all the videos. So, so this is my thinking, okay? So for horror, for The Youngs and the Restless, I have this book, which is not a horror book, but one of their prompts does work for this. So there's a human monster in here. The pirates, I'm calling the pirates the monsters because they're the bad guys. And there is a sort of a friends to lovers type of romance. So there's a female named Jane that we're going to be introduced to in this book. Wait, is Jane one of the characters in the, I don't know. Anyway, there's Jane, and then we all know Peter Pan. He falls in love with Jane. It's not a spoiler. It's on the back, little blurb back here, that there's going to be romance, and it sounds like it could even be maybe locked door romance, but I could be wrong. So yeah, so we're gonna fit at the very least romance and the horror prompt. And then I was also thinking for sci-fi, hear me out, I'm gonna have to run this by my husband David, because he is like an expert in sci-fi because he reads so much of it. But think about Peter Pan. Here he is, right? He's literally flying up on the moon. What human could do that? Like, he has to fly from Earth to Neverland. Is Neverland a planet? Is he going into space? Is Neverland a different dimension? I feel like this could go with a couple of the prompts. So this might be a third prompt ticked on that, but I don't know. It might be cheating. So we're at least going to do the horror prompt and Young's and the Restless, and then Melissa Diamond, the romance prompt, friends to lovers vibe. And then, yeah, my channel with David Dean, maybe sci-fi, but I think you guys might tell me that's cheating. So you let me know. You let me know. Okay, this one. This one's gonna fall under, where did I put it? Oh, BIPOC. This one's a BIPOC author, Sarah Uribe. She's a Mexican author, and this whole book is translated. It has both English and Spanish. I really appreciate that. So it's at least accessible for someone like me who wants to learn Spanish. I can almost learn Spanish because they're both languages are in here. So this book is called Antigona Gonzalez, and it is Antigone, Greek mythology. So it also ticks off the Greek mythology. Who is that from? Fantasy, from Tori Talks too. Her prompt about mythology, and then the BIPOC prompt from Leafy Reads. So this ticks 2 of the prompts, and it is self-published or small publisher. Okay, and then our third pick here. So this was one that I opened up that was one of my summer TBR reads, if I can keep from dropping it on the floor. Isabella Nag and the Pot of Basil. This is a cozy fantasy, and this one is, I looked up the publisher Norton. They're on the smaller side. Okay, and then where did I put it? This one just fits the fantasy prompt. It has both magic and folklore, so I thought I'd go ahead and include this, even though it's technically over here on my summer TBR for August. I can put it on both of these stacks because it's also an indie published, and it fits the prompts. So at least one prompt. So then that brings me to, what have I not hit on? Bookstore. Okay, so Leafy Reads prompt under bookstore. I was thinking that fits a book that I've been putting off. So, okay, so Dungeon Crawler Carl. Sorry, I know I sound very confusing. I'm tired. So Dungeon Crawler Carl is, that author was originally an indie author, published several books, indie style, until he was eventually picked up by one of the big 5 publishers. So Dungeon Crawler Carl, that's such a hard one to say. It started out indie published. So I'm gonna listen to the audiobook. My husband already has it on Audible. And so I'm gonna put that under bookstore. And then I feel like it also fits sci-fi, post-apocalyptic or dystopian. I don't remember which one. I'd have to ask my hubby, or if you know, let me know. That'd be great. but I think it fits a couple of prompts. So, and I have been putting it off. I've been wanting to listen to the Dungeon Crawler series for a long time. So I'm just gonna start with the first book. If I like it, I'll continue. But it's not normally my genre, so who knows? No promises. I might just be one and done. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 books for August, which is totally doable. I can't wait to get started. Please let me know if you are participating in this fun reading challenge. It is going to be so much fun. So I hope you join in and try to collect all the tokens in the bag down here. It's going to be a good time. And then my husband and I, he's going to start joining me as often as he can on this channel, so he can give us some ideas for his sci-fi prompts and maybe how to collaborate with some of the other prompts. You never know, I might be able to tick a couple of prompts off. So, and he has some ideas in mind. So we'll be making that and then making some follow-up videos. So, okay, have a great one. Thank you so much. If you subscribed, if you can like or hype this, I'd be so excited and so happy. And if not, that's okay too. I'm just happy you're here. Have a great week and happy August reading.